countries,
women and girls
are discriminated
against certain rights
as
as they are deprived of their own rights. They are discriminated. The discrimination affects women, families, and nations in different ways. Therefore, on December 1979, the United Nations, as abbreviated as UN, of which Nigeria is a member, adopted a convention on the elimination Therefore, on December 1979, the United Nations, of which Nigeria is a member, adopted a convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. They are abbreviated as CEDAW. C-E-D-A-W. C they represents convention, E represents elimination, D represents discrimination, A represents against, then W is for women. So you have Convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. Okay, let's continue. The convention came into force on September 10, 1980. So these are the rights of the women now, according to the convention. They say rights of women as stated by CEDAW. As stated by CEDAW. Number one is what? The right to work. That means any woman is free to do what? Work. If a woman wants to work, the woman should not be folded and say, no, you don't go out. The woman has to work. He has the right. Especially women that have gone to school, they have the certificate, they are free to work. They can be social women. Because a lot of men wanted to put women in box and make them to become housewives. No. And these women are potential women that can add value to the society. So women have the right to work, whatever kind of work, whether it's formal work or informal work, they are free to work. Number two says the right to the same employment opportunities as men. The right to the same employment opportunities as men. You see a woman going for an interview with a man, just because they feel the other person is a woman, they now say, no, let's give it to this man. I have seen such once. They say, when they enter their meeting, they say, you know, this woman is a married woman and she can give birth. When she gives birth, she will go for maternity leave. So who will carry on that place? Instead, let us pick a man. But they know very well that the woman has performed better than the man. So that is cheating. All writers, you don't give equal employment. You go and you see that the woman has performed better and you feel that, oh, for a man to come and be under, the woman is bad. Let the man come be on top. Let the woman be under. Let the woman be assisting. It even happened to me in my place of work. I'm supposed to be the head, but because the other person is a man, they now place a man and feel, oh, no, she's a single lady. Let her work under. This one is a married man. Whereas every eye had seen, and I was even there before the person came. Every eye had seen that I'm supposed to be the person, even if they give exam, that I am qualified to take up that position. They decide to give to the other person. So that is what? Discrimination. They discriminate. And if you now revolt and say, no, I cannot come and work on that, what will they ask you to do? Leave the place of work if you don't want to do. So what will you do? You quietly keep your mouth shut and follow. Just because you are looking for work to do or ends meet to take care of yourself. So I just let it go. So they don't give rights, same equal, but if it is a place that they understand the rights of human beings, they give an example, open exam. Whosoever gets that opportunity to write and pass well will not take that position. They don't do anything that has to do with going behind or trying to bring in gender discrimination because this one is a man or because this one is a woman. The right to free choice of progression. Let's repeat. The right to free choice of profession.
The right to free
Choice of profession and employment. Right to free choice. Some people think that women should not be carpenters. Women should not be engineers. A woman should not be a pilot. All those professions, they feel it is for men. That is only men that can turn a turbine. It's only men that can join wire together. No. A woman is entitled. Okay, why do we have women athletes? Why do we have women footballers? Because if it was a man's profession, we should not be having women playing football now. We should not be having women doing athletic work. We should not be having women doing other professions that men are doing. Even the ones that they feel it is women that are doing, like catering work, men are also doing now. So right now there is no profession that they say is for men or profession that they say is for women. There is no label to any profession. Any profession can be practiced by anybody, whether a man or a woman. Even we have seen male nurses. Is it not so? We have seen male people that are male, but they are called what? Nurses in the hospital. Because this nurse is not that it is a woman. A nurse is a profession. It's not a title given to a woman. So even a male or a man can still become a nurse in the hospital. A woman can also become a doctor in the hospital. It's not that it must be a man should be a doctor. So if a woman can be a doctor, what stops a woman from being an engineer? What stops a woman from being a pilot? So far she has that capability to further and get to that place, she's free. So the right of according to CEDAW, state that women are free to be given to choose any profession or any employment that they wish, that they want to. We also have the right to promotion. The right to promotion and job security and all benefits of the service. Right to promotion. Not only giving promotion to the men and leaving the women. Women also have to be promoted in their places of work. It is not going to be a taboo for a woman to be at a CEO of a company or a general manager and a man is working under her. It's not going to be a taboo. As far as the woman knows what she's doing there and she's qualified to do the job. So women are free to do that also. Then we have the right to equal treatment and benefit in respect of work of equal volume. Equal treatment. If a man is treated this way, the woman also should be treated that same way. Both are in the same level. Right to receive vocational training and retraining. If the woman wants to go and learn trade or learn sewing or learn any other vocation, whether it is a vocation that they feel is for a man, like carpentry work, like I have seen a woman carpenter. She does it very well. I've seen a woman that produces shoe. She has her own machine. She produces shoe very well, strong woman. Oh. I've seen an electrical engineer, a woman, electrical engineer. That one, she was even pregnant when she was doing wiring in her own house. She did the wiring in her own house. She wired it to her own taste because she studied it, she knows what she's doing. So, equal treatment should be given. Then right to family benefits. Right to participate in recreational activities. Right to have access to adequate health care and facilities also. Women have that right. Right to obtain all types of training and education, whether formal or non-formal. The woman has that right. So there should be no discrimination. The only thing is that men feel that when these women grow up to a point that they will not be regarding their husbands again. And that is their worst fear. And I don't see that thing as a fear. In fact, I see it as the strength of that man. It is for your wife to stand out in the society as one big person or one well-known person in the society. It is something that should bring joy to the husband. It is something that should bring joy to the children. They will feel happy that this is, yes, that will not stop her from carrying out her wifely duties at home. Because she knows the line between what? Profession and what? Housework. Whether she is a president of a country, when she goes to her office, she's the president of that country. When she comes back home, she knows that she is a wife at home. So that is always the problem that is always bringing the discrimination. They feel they will grow up, they will have wings, they will do this, they will do that, they will leave house job, they will do this, they will not be taking care of the children. Who told you that taking care of the children is the woman's duty alone? It's both people coming together to do the work. Because when you give the duty both only to the woman, Those children are seeing, that's what me I like children for. They are watching, they notice. Before you know, they begin to get addicted to the mother and do not get addicted to the father. There is this story that I always like to tell. They asked a child to draw family tree in their house. The boy was 4 years at that time. He went, carried paper, drew the mother, drew himself, drew the small sister, drew the housemaid, and even wrote the names under. And went to school and submitted. They said, family tree, we have father, mother, and children. That is what they asked you to draw. The boy told him that this is the family tree. Teacher, you say I should draw those in my family. These are the people I see in my family. They were asking the boy, wait, but at least your daddy should be there. He says the daddy has not been seen. He has not seen the father. So why should he draw the father? The case had to go to the proprietor of the school. The boy insisted that he will not draw the father. They begged and begged. They even called the mother. The mother said, at least draw daddy. He told the asked teacher, please, this is the question you gave. Draw the members of your family. And even if they take that boy to court, it's not wrong. Because that is the members of the family he has been seeing. Meaning that the father has not been creating time for him. So he has been nursing this thing. You know, a child going to school and the friends are this, my daddy took me to a physical place. My daddy played ball with me. And that child will be nursing that grief inside of him. So that was the only opportunity you could use to bring it out and say, this is. The father had to resign from work and take another lesser work. You have to go and tell them, please. Because it was always coming in 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out. And even the 2 weeks in, you are not even found at home. You are still in the office. By the time you come back, the children are already asleep. And you wake up as early as and leave. So even when the child goes to greet daddy, daddy is not in the room. The only person he sees is what? Mommy, my sister, and the house help. It's house help that takes them in the car to school, takes them in the driver to school, and come back with them. So the father had to say, no, before this thing will become a case that I will lose my child. I don't want the 2 weeks out again. Let me be staying at home with my son. So before the child answered, you see, you will buy all the ball and play all the ball with me in this compound. You will take me to all those places that my friend have been saying, because the daughter didn't have any issues. She was close to the mother every time, mommy, mommy. And this is a boy. So he will need someone that he want to talk to, not the mother. He needs that mentality of a father figure around him. Every time, my daddy, every time, my daddy. So the boy will not be saying my daddy, every time he say, and even one of them asks, so you don't have daddy? Every time you be saying, my mommy cook this, my mommy cook this, you don't have daddy. So the thing pain the boy. The boy decided to remove the father from the family tree. And that proves to the father that it's not everything that can be solved with money. Because that job was always going to the job so that we provide money for the family, which is not bad. But provide job and also balance it up with what? Family. Because family is everything. It's not money that will solve everything. That child did not need money at that time, but needed what? The father's companion. So that he will feel that he also has a father. There are some things that he will wish to maybe discuss with his father that he cannot discuss with any other person. So the father had to drop and say, no, before this thing will turn into something else. As I said that.